everybody, Scott Lear here at B-Chord, and tonight we have the privilege to talk with Trey and Jennifer from Smithfield. How are you guys?
We're great, Scott.
Good. So right now we are sitting at Rams Head Live in Baltimore, and you guys are getting ready to warm the stage up and get everybody rocking and rolling for Mr. Granger Smith, right?
That's right.
That's our job. That's what they told us to do.
So you've got about, a month, I think, under your belt of kind of opening for him, doing different venues. How's the tour been so far?
Honestly, this has been my favorite tour we've ever been on. And part of that is because Granger's such a great guy, just on and off the stage. And he's given us some really awesome advice as artists. And he's just treated us and our crew so well. And so I don't want it to be over.
Yeah.
So you guys have a common bond there. You're all from Texas, right? So, and you guys met at an early age, right? Is that what I heard? So give everybody a little bit of a story, how that all came about. I know everybody wants to know.
Yeah, we actually go back a long way. We met when we were little kids, and our parents went to high school together, and our grandparents went to high school together in the same little small town in Texas. So we just, have a long history and started singing together in college and moved up to Nashville together. It's been a long, hard-fought road, but we've made it to where we are.
Yeah.
That's great. And I have to say, your harmonies are some of the best that I've heard. There are some duos, that you listen to and you hear that, and that comes to mind that Civil Wars had one of the best harmonies I ever had. And to me, and it was weird, I didn't want to overstate this, but that is where I see you guys, that harmony-wise comes out, and it is just, it's supposed to be there. So how hard is that to do, and kind of explain to us a little bit about the process you guys go through to get all of that working?
Sure. It's cool that you say the Civil Wars, because those were huge influences to us. Them and Lady A were probably our two biggest influences as a duo. But, we tell people you can have two great singers. They don't always sound great together. And I think what makes Trey and I's harmony so great is the blend. So Trey has a more raspier, stronger, more powerful voice. I'm more, it's not as loud, but it has a lot of tone. So we kind of cancel out each other's weaknesses. And that's what makes us so great together. We're good on our own, but really great. That's our sweet spot, is finding that unique blend.
Sure.
Trey, do you want to add to that, or did I?
Well, you said it pretty well.
Oh, well, all right. I don't need you then.
Yeah. Never mind, you don't need me.
So, Hey Whiskey, amazing song. I know you're pushing that right now for the radio. Give us a little bit about the story of how that song was written. Did you guys write it, and kind of the process through that?
Yeah, we did write it. I had the title, You Only Miss Me After Whiskey, You Only Want Me When You're Gone. And we brought it into the co-write with our buddies Adam and Casey, and I brought it up, and all the guys looked at me and went, nope, don't want to do it. We've already got a million songs in country music about whiskey. And I was just like, but let's challenge ourselves to do something different then, And Trey began to play the melody on the guitar, and I think between my stubbornness and his great melody, that kind of convinced our co-writers to want to chase it. And so that day we came up with a unique perspective. So often you hear the girl blames the guy, it's all your fault, it's all your fault. But in this perspective, she's blaming the actual substance, and you don't hear that. And I haven't heard that in a song before, so I really think we achieved our accomplishment there of getting another song in country music about whiskey, but from a different perspective.
I think you did it as well.
Thank you.
And video-wise, where'd you film the video? Where was that all done?
That was about 3 a.m. at a place in Nashville, a little bar called The House, local eatery. So kind of in the Nations area. But yeah, they let us come in. I think they didn't close until midnight, so we couldn't start even setting up until then. But they were filming some stuff outside, and we got 2 great actors to come in, friends of ours actually, who just really helped us out there and did a great job, nailed the parts, and all we had to do was do what we do on stage, so they made our job easy.
Yeah.
That's great. And I was looking through, doing a little research, going through some stuff, and I'm a huge fan as it is anyway, so it all pops up. But you are on so many Artists to Watch 2018 lists. How does that make you guys feel? I mean, that's got to be a great feeling right now.
To be on those lists with some of our biggest heroes, like looking back to people that they've already named in the past, Artists to Watch, is to me the biggest compliment. You know, because it's like, gosh, my idols were on there and listed at this at one point, and so that for me is really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Feels good.
I can only imagine. That is, it's got to be one of those feelings where you pinch yourself one day because you're like, wow, this is just really cool, you know?
It doesn't happen often, so when it does.
No.
You gotta seize the moment.
So, When You're Gone, another of my favorites. Tell us a little bit about that song process and how that came about. Same type of thing, the writing, how you guys came up with the idea.
Sure, Trey.
Yeah, we wrote it with our buddy Brennan, who is a great artist, producer in town, and writer. And he had this lick that we came into one day that he was laying down, and we're like, oh, it's kind of cool, got a cool feel to it. And I had this title called When You're Gone, and I originally meant it to be like a sad song. So like, when you're gone, I miss you kind of thing, and they all hated it, and so they shot
So it was
it
my
down.
turn to shoot his idea.
So they all shot my
Thank
my
you.
title down, but much like Jennifer on Hey Whiskey, I was rather stubborn with my title, and when we started talking about going out and having a fun night with somebody that you love, my stubborn brain was like, wait, we can still use that title, but we can just sing it this way. And when we found the right angle, I feel like that's most writing that we do, is like, once you find the right angle to write a song, that's when it really clicks with everybody, and it just kind of wrote itself after that.
That's great. Hey Whiskey, jumping back a little bit.
Yeah.
Took you guys, and I'm estimating probably about 4 years to get that song to kind of hit the point that it's at now, right? Mm-hmm. So most people don't understand how long of a process it can be sometimes. So give us a little bit about that and how, you take a song and for 4 years you're pumping that song to get that to go, and now you're on the cusp. So, give us a little bit about that process.
Sure. A lot of people don't know the other side to music is there's an entire business side. That's not my favorite part. But Trey and I, when we wrote Hey Whiskey, we were on a record label, and we were trying to prove to them that we were ready to go to country radio. So once a month, we would bring songs that we had written, and we were trying to prove to them that we were ready for that opportunity. So when we wrote Hey Whiskey, we came into the office, and we were like, man, this is going to be the song that's going to convince these people we're ready. And brought it in, and it got shot down immediately. We were told that it was way too dark and depressing, and that couldn't make the record because nobody would want to hear that on their radio dial. And so Trey and I were devastated, and we didn't get to put it on our record. Long story short, that label folded, and a year and a half later we started to play it out at shows, and people started to respond to it. So when it came time to make our record, we put it out in 2015, and it made our record out now. Go get it if you haven't yet. Shameless plug. And then from there, it kind of built. CMT hopped on board and supported a music video. That led to our Grand Ole Opry debut. Hey Whiskey was a part of that. And then SiriusXM The Highway became really interested in our music, and they began to support Hey Whiskey. So just when we think it's dead, it's like the next platform and the next step comes. And I mean, that has taken 4 years.
Oh, sure.
So just now finally getting to take it to country radio. Yep. So I can't believe when people say, well, what about your new song, Hey Whiskey? I'm like, honey, this ain't new.
Nothing new about this
There's
song.
nothing new about it. But, hey, it's all right by me that new listeners are discovering it every day.
That's awesome. And you brought something up that I have to address. You played the Grand Ole Opry. That had to be pretty cool. I have only toured it. I've stood in that spot and got chills just standing there, right? But describe that.
Oh, man.
Man, that's one of the most surreal moments of our life, for sure. I mean, it's something you dream about as a country music artist. I mean, that's like the benchmark. When you say I played the Grand Ole Opry, that's when people are really like, oh, wow, So
You are legit.
You are legit, yeah. It was just such a cool moment, man, and one that I'll never forget, but then I think about it and I really don't remember much of it because it was just so quick and it happened, but it's so special.
I think that's what people say. It always takes a few years to look back and you're like, whoa, what did we actually do? That was a really, really cool moment. So I'm going to be greedy. I have the mic, and I'm going to say my favorite song of your guys is Cooler. I absolutely love the song.
Wow.
Love it. Okay. I was probably jamming out to this for the last week of just in the car. Like this kind of brings the summertime around. It's really cold here in Maryland right now.
Yeah. Right?
So tell us a little bit about that one.
Well, Trey and I, we grew up in Texas, and one of the things we loved to do on the weekends was float the river with our friends. That's just what you did. You brought a cooler of beer, you went and hung out and floated the river all day, and we would literally have a separate, floaty tube
Yeah,
just for the
separate
cooler.
tube just for the cooler, yeah.
So people think that song's cheesy, but I'm telling you, like that. And if you go to Texas, like I don't know that other people float the river.
It's real life.
It's real life, people.
We do it here in Maryland too.
Okay.
I will
Okay,
tell
well, there you go.
know, we're a little north. We're right on that Mason-Dixon line. But
Yeah,
All right.
still float the cooler. You know, you got to.
Love it.
So I'll ask you. We'll make things a little bit light. Favorite song on the radio right now? What would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one. What's out right now that I'm loving? What?
Ooh, we're talking country radio? Or
It
just
could be
radio
anything?
in general?
Yeah, I'm cool with anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I love that song "Attention" by Charlie Puth.
Oh, good
Ooh,
one,
that's
good
a good
I
one.
know that one's not like super new, but it's on the radio.
Great song.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what's out right now. Cause I'm such a Spotify listener.
Oh,
What is out that I'm loving? I love this artist. I don't even know if he's on the radio, but John Billion.
Okay.
He's got this song called All Time Low that's just like the
Gotcha.
jam.
It's
on the radio.
Now I'm gonna have to check.
Oh, it
it
is?
out.
Okay, good.
Is it?
Check it out.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
will do
the whole
that.
album.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. It's not
Okay.
country, but it's awesome.
That's great. Okay. Most serious question of the night. Okay. What is it like being on tour with Earl Dibbles Jr.?
it's a new experience.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
No, it's great. I mean, it's cool to see Granger like flip that switch every night. It's literally like a Jekyll and Hyde thing, but it's great, man. He goes out there and gets the crowd riled up, and it's fun to watch.
I've never seen a crowd that riled up
Yeah.
when he
I can't
goes
wait.
out there.
That's one of the really exciting
That's the
parts
funnest
of the night.
part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So let's end with, if y'all could pick one person that you would want to collaborate with together. Okay, I'll let you both pick. I'm not going to do one. Who would it be?
Gosh, that's hard. Either like Justin Timberlake or Bruno Mars. I think would be
Ooh.
so fun.
Two good ones.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I would say either the Goo Goo Dolls
Nice.
for me, or Keith Urban.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. So, what I'll say before, I truly feel 2018 we're in for big things for you guys, and I feel like it's just catapulting, gonna get even better, and I'm so excited to see that, because I feel like you guys have worked your tails off, that you should be there, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We'll
you so
do everything we can to help. But before we're done, I want to give you a platform, let everybody know where they can follow you, where they can find your music, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
It's at Smithfield Music. Make sure you put the music, or you're gonna get the ham company. At Smithfield Music on all socials, and then smithfieldmusic.com. We're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, YouTube, all that good stuff. So check us out.
Awesome. Well, everybody, thank you so much. Guys, thank you. We really appreciate this. Give us a follow at bchord615 or on the web, www.bchord.net. Thank you so much. Thanks again, guys. Oh, before we're done, last thing. I have T-shirts for you and a Razorback for you. So these are on sale online. Shameless plug, same thing. Go get them. Guys, thank you so much.